What's up, Dragon Brood? So, interestingly, I put out a poll to the members, which, by the way, if you're not a member on the YouTube channel, check that out down below. I think it's over there next to the subscribe button. I give the viewers a chance to vote on what's going to appear on the channel and then also submit deck lists, and I'll have some upcoming content that's going to be for just some of them as well. But it was interesting this time that when I put the choices up, we had a clean split. Like literally 1/3 each all down the line. So I just decided to randomize what we're going to put on the channel this time, and I am going to include all three of those decks. We're just going to do them in a random order. So today we're doing JUND Treasure, and this is one I think that always has interest for people. I think there's always a lot of different choices you can put in here, and there's a couple of interesting cards to put in from the new set, but not a lot, just enough to kind of clean it up a little bit. So let's step into it and play some JUND Treasure today. Now, like I said, I don't think you're going to see really anything new here. We're just making a couple of adjustments to try like one or two new cards. But the deck itself already functions very well, so there's not a lot to do to it. Honestly, we're just going to try to squeeze some numbers here or there to see if we can make it work. Now, we have 4 Despair Sentinel because we know this is good in combination with Magda, who makes Treasure, so obviously we're going to play those. We do have 3 Infernal Grasp for our removal. Then we're playing 4 Prosperous Innkeeper because it also makes Treasure. 3 Ranger Class. This doesn't really make Treasure, but it's just a really good efficient card. In late game, it helps us find more creatures to cast. It can put counters on things to make our attacks better. It works great with haste creatures. It just does a lot of different things. Like, it's amazing how good Ranger Class is and how many decks it fits into. Then we're playing 3 Kalane. And honestly, I had 3 Kalane down on this list, but truthfully, I think I might be willing to cut one somewhere along the way to play Deadly Disputes, but we'll check that out after we play the games. And then we have 2 Florian Voldaren Scion because, well, drawing cards is good. And we don't have a ton of ways to draw cards. This is one way that we can do it. And it does First Strike, and it could be even bigger if you play it the turn after Kalane, which is pretty awesome. There's just a few different things it does in here that are very nice. We have 3 Eska's Chariot. We don't have a ton of tokens to counter or copy here, but we could sometimes, if we needed to, copy Treasure, if we needed to cast something else, or we were short on mana. So that's an option, but honestly, Chariot as a whole is just damn good. So we're going to play it. Immersturm Predator. This is another one that's just hard to remove. I think it's also a card that gets overlooked sometimes when you're deck building, but it's just really, really hard to deal with. And we need those types of things in this list because we don't have a lot of recursion, we don't have a lot of card draw, so we need, once we get to the 4 mana slot, our spells to be really sticky, or else we're going to have trouble making it to the end game. Now, one of the new cards I did want to experiment with was Alana and Elena Partners. I could see even potentially cutting one other card to play 2 copies of this. Giving stuff haste is awesome, but one of the things I want to see is if you have this alongside Kalane, well, if you play this as a 3 or 4 power creature, well, then you get to put that many counters on the next thing and it has haste, and I'm very curious how that's all going to play out. I don't know if it means anything or not. I hope we draw it enough to really find out, but if it does work out, maybe we add more. Then we have 4 Goldspan Dragon because, well, it's the best thing that makes Treasure. So, yeah, and we're playing JUND Treasure. Now, the other interesting thing we're going to try here is Olivia Crimson Bride, mostly because we do have a few things worth getting out of the graveyard that could be very good here. And it's a good late game card. And the other thing, too, to remember about Olivia is if it doesn't die, then you get to do that again the next turn and again the next turn. And that's pretty damn awesome. Also, don't forget that we do also have Florian, that is a vampire noble legendary creature. So if something were to happen to Olivia, we could potentially still keep our stuff with the other creature. So that's something to think about if you're worried about protecting whatever you get back out of the graveyard. Then we have 2 Shatterskull Smashing just for some extra removal because just good, and it doubles as land. And then our lands are going to be 4 Forest, 2 Lair of the Hydra, 4 each of Blightstep Pathway, 4 Haunted Ridge, 4 Darkboar Pathway, and 4 Crag Crown Pathway. So we shouldn't have too many mana issues really with all the treasure and everything else. There's some fun interactions here that I'm hoping play out the way we're expecting to. But, you know, we'll see. There's a lot of ways this could go, but I'm very interested to find out. So, as always, we're going to play some games. At the end, we'll talk about ways we could update this list, and then we'll have a card spotlight for you, as usual. Yeah, we keep it. And I'm just going to play this tapped here. Mostly so I don't have to commit these in case I need the black mana. Like, I could draw a Kalane here. I don't know if I'd even cast Kalane, actually. I think that's a tough one. Might still be benefited to just play Magda. I don't really know. I think, seeing what the opponent has here, we're going to go with this. And mostly because if they play the 3/3 wolf, then we can at least just level up and attack for 3. If we draw nothing else worthwhile. Oh, they have their own ranger class. Okay, well that does change things slightly. Question is, how badly do we want a Magda? I don't know if that badly is the answer. So let's go ahead and attack. The opponent might want to use a Blizzard Brawl on this. And then attack us, which wouldn't be a bad play for them. Then next turn, we're just going to play Chariot, and then probably Magda into Olivia. Alright, Old Growth Troll makes a lot of sense. I don't hate it. Might as well just put this on another green. I think here I'm willing to attack. And just say, if you want to trade, we could trade. Now, admittedly, this could be dangerous, as they could use that extra mana to cast something next turn, but yeah, no, we might as well try. Because it could play the big thing that, like, doubles power on creatures or something here. Though we would be able to produce enough blockers, so there's that. Not desperately worried about it. Alright, let's see what's up. Unfortunately, you know, we don't even have anything in the yard yet for Olivia. It's kind of disappointing, especially since we have double Magdas. Alright, I'll block one. Oh, they're just going to let it die. Interesting. And they're going to cast 2 spells, maybe just a Wrenn and 7 here? Nope, a Mammoth. And a Sculptor winner. Alright. Those things totally did not play how I expected they would. We have double... I guess we'll just put this on black. And then we'll go ahead and tap these. Makes a treasure. We will attack. Get to put a counter on it. Now, we have 2 choices. I could play another Chariot. With the opponent being at 12, we can pressure them quite a bit. Or, you know what? We're not. We're just going to spend it here. Alright, Florian. I don't know how I feel about that. Don't know if that's going to be enough. Alright, a Ranger class, sure. Alright. I agree with all these things. Pump both, yeah, sure. Make it just a big Mammoth. I mean, nothing's stopping us from chump blocking it here. Unless they want to untap and do something with their Sculptor winner, but it doesn't look like it. So yeah. I'm kind of surprised they really didn't just block our Chariot last turn. Feels like that was a big mistake on their part. Okay, so we can do this. I don't necessarily want to do this first, but if we did, I would be able to just to tap this and then attack with a token and that and have blockers. And that's kind of interesting to me. We could always get another treasure if we needed it. Though actually getting a treasure now and turning this into a 5/5 is kind of sweet too. So let's just do that. And if they draw the removal, they draw the removal. We have extra blockers, so we don't really care. I mean, at this point, they're jump blocking as well. So yeah, this is looking pretty good against mono green here. I think we go ahead and do it. And if they have a fight spell, they have a fight spell. I'm willing to eat it. Plus, we can get it back with Olivia next turn after activating the Chariot again. And that's probably better for us anyway, since they don't have anything with reach or whatnot here. I mean, I might even block with Kalane, maybe. Yeah. All right, that works for us. I mean, not a lot of real decisions to make here. We just have to hope we can outrace their sweepers and such. It's kind of where we're at. Yep, new real surprises so far. Just attacking. There's a chance. Well, there's no. I mean, if they're playing Dimir Control, there's going to be meat hook massacres and stuff. We just kind of have to be prepared for it. The good thing here, though, is we can actually. Well, I guess our Immature and Predator are just going to get countered, huh? But I feel like we still kind of have to do it. It's a little unfortunate, but I think we have to. So let's tap here. I assume it just gets met by I saw it coming. I mean, maybe not. Maybe all they have is Jawari Disruption, and they just want to make us sacrifice our treasure. Because I would do that. Alright, then that worked out better than anticipated, so yeah. Oh, it's just to behold the multiverse. That's actually even better. Alright. That's not bad at all. So next turn, we could really put the pressure on the opponent here. Ooh, another Predator, huh? This time I am going to use... Well, am I going to use the treasure? No, I don't... Well, No, I think I still want to do this. I feel like there's still some scenarios where if they were to even, like, Meat Hook Massacre, then we don't have the treasure in play or whatever. It could get a little sketchy next turn. Alright, they'll use just fine. That actually works out for us. So we get to get in for 8. Oh, this is going to be a good attack here. Remove that. That's for sure. Alright, I mean, they could play Loth here. That would at least give them blockers to keep our creatures at bay. That does not allow them to play a Loth. Thirst to give us more treasure. Sure. I think that's lethal, is it not? 5, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, Exacxes. Yep. We can just do it like this. And attack. Yep. Cool. Hey, we got our favorite start. We'll keep. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything to play with it, though. That's kind of the downside here. So, while we get to do cool things, we don't really have anything to cast. Which is a bit of a letdown. Kalane is something. Put this on red. I wonder here if I should... I mean, you could bounce Despair Sentinel, and then you keep me for getting extra treasure with Magda, so that's smart. I would do that. Because otherwise, we land Magda, then we... Okay, then we get to cast something else. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and go with Kalane here. So, I mean, you could bounce Magda, you could bounce Kalane. We don't really care. We get something out of this either way. Or if we just want to attack, we get to attack. All of this is valid stuff. Yep, I assume that's what they had. So this at least allowed us to get another creature on board to attack with if we need to. Or if we feel we need to. Alright. Would you like to kill something, opponent? Reveals our hand, you choose a target creature from mana value 2 or less. Sure. You can take a land. I mean, I might really consider taking the Shatter Skull Smashing. Okay. They didn't. I would have seriously given that some thought. But maybe they did and they chose differently. I guess we could let this be a 2-3. I mean, a 3-2. That seems reasonable. Why not? Now the concern is, since we know... Well, I don't think we're going to get a chance to use this on anything, and I'd rather get it out of my hand in case they have any more Dread Fugues, because that's probably bad for us. Would you like to bounce it, opponent? I was going to say, I wouldn't mind recasting it, let me tell you. And the only reason I didn't attack with the Jaspera Sentinel here is so we can make a treasure, assuming they have another... Okay, they did. So this is exactly why we did what we did. Want to set up more mana here. Alright, it's not good. They left it on top. I don't know what it's going to be for, though. This is not going to resolve, is it? Oh, boy. Attack. Alright, so I'm going to consider Magda. There's no way. This has to get countered, right? But, I mean, they're not going to not have the counter next turn, so sure. I mean, worst case scenario, if this doesn't get countered. Okay, they had a syncopate. That's fair. So we wouldn't have resolved it anyway. Well, I guess we could have if we would have played that first, but that's fine. Yep, you have a witch. And sadly, we have nothing to do with this mana. So, while we did do quite well getting set up, I've drawn nothing to do with all this excess mana, which is very disappointing. Alright, opponent wants to consider. Sure. They get to block, gain a life. We get to cast another Magda. Which I guess we just make a 4/3 Magda. Seems silly, but okay. Alright. I mean, just gotta hope they don't have something to wreck us here. We're playing completely off the top of the library, and we have to assume they have some... Well, now we don't. I was gonna say, have some number of removal or counters. Now, if we could find a dragon or something, that'd be really nice. Because we're gonna need every bit of it, I think, here. You know, though, even if we found a Immersturm Predator, we would be able to remove this Deluge by using it, tapping it with the Jaspera Sentinel, which would be kind of cool. Golly, they found a third Fading Hope? Are you serious? Jeez, okay, sure. That's frustrating. Alright, well, we found this anyway. Let's do it like this. Opponent's tapped out, so... tap for red, tap this. We'll go ahead and use 2 treasure. So we can get in for the max of 6 here. Alright. Alright. What are you going to hit us with 6 mana? I mean, yeah, I was going to say remove everything 3 or less or some such. I don't really know. Alright, let's assume they get another black mana. They could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can meat hook for 5. And you need 7 mana for this, because you need 6 plus this, right? Well, you need, yeah, 6 plus that to be able to block. So what is the opponent planning here? Mostly so we can look at cards. I mean, we're going to have extra mana one way or the other. Even if they bounce Goldspan here or kill it, we're going to generate treasure, plus we'll still get the hit with Magda. It's like, they're going to do something here. Get rid of our black land? Sure. That is totally okay. I mean, we don't really need it that badly at this point. And we can be pretty conservative with our treasure if we need to. Oh, Goldspan Dragon dead. It get divided by 0. Sure. Seems reasonable. So we no longer get to connect with our Magda. Alright. Now I'm trying to figure out what else they have left in hand. So we're gonna... No attack. Don't know if we should cast this now or not, is a real question. Because we know they want to do that. We don't know what the other card is. They can't cast the Memory Deluge yet. I'm going to end the turn. Because if they don't have a kill card, I mean, we can still use Magda, generate a treasure, make this a 6/6 again, attack with it, and Florian, and we'll just see what happens. There was a blood on the snow. Good call. Good call. Well, I guess it's still paid to be a little conservative with what we were doing there. We'll go ahead and put this on black. Why not? Alright, we need some help. Because opponent is going to gain 2 life here. They're going to make another token. They could also... Yeah, they could do a lot of things here. Okay, at least we know all the cards in their hand. Now it's just going to be them searching for something with Deluge. Though they might attack here. I mean, that would be worth it for them. Alright, we're 13. We need a threat. Preferably another flyer. That actually is reasonable. If we're going to have to find a threat, this one works. Okay. Opponent's at 9. They're technically going to be at 11, right? Because they're going to cast this next turn. They'll have plenty of mana to do that and still cast whatever they find here. So we have to be aware of that. We can double block a Sedgemoor Witch in desperation mode. But that does put us in a situation that if they have some combat trick, then we can't actually activate our chariot, which is kind of annoying. Yep, sciences let you make a little deuter. Now it means we don't have to worry. Oh, that's not true, because they'll get to put a land into play this turn. Yep, so that could still be a problem. Alright, Hero's Downfall kills that. Still in the same situation. Nothing changes there. Now we'd like to draw one of those other Magdas. That would be great. Because then we can go fish out a dragon. Okay. This is not bad. I'm kind of into this. Alright, so we get to make a token. Level this up. We'll tap 2. We will attack with just this. Let's see. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, they could split their blocks. Nah, I think I'm just going to do this. No need to get too greedy. Y'all know what we say around here. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. I mean, yeah, they just chump block. That's fine. And then we go ahead and set this up to look at the top of the library. Because we have so much excess mana. Seeing more lands, more mana is not good here, though. That's very sad. Alright, Lear, get to play all your Fading Hopes again, or whatever. That's fine. Actually, not even Fading Hope. They'll just actually kill our chariot. At least one would assume that's the case. But they could just, like, bounce tokens, attack here, put us low enough that they could threaten lethal next turn. Especially since we know what's in their hand. I mean, I guess the other side of that is we could potentially... Oh, really? That's what we're doing. And they didn't leave black mana open. Huh. That is a very weird play. Did you not play a land? Oh, they're just going to make us discard it. Gotcha. Forgot they had that in the yard. Yeah, that makes sense then. I mean, I guess to a point. But, sure. We're just going to find creatures we need off the top, right? That's the plan here. In the meantime, though, let's do this. Because what the hell else are we going to do? I mean, I'm pretty sure we're just dead here, right? I'm going to assume the opponent plays this correctly and we die. Let's move on. This is so close, but so very far away. We're going to have to mulligan this one. This, I guess, will... Yeah, this is a tough one to keep because it doesn't really do anything. We'll keep... As much as this pains me, I think I need to get rid of... I think I'm going to get rid of the dragon. My logic there is that if we find... Well, we found a black source right off the top. Never mind. I was thinking we'd probably try to set up a Florian so we could get more cards and build around that. Well, crap. Well, okay, deck. Like, sure, man. What am I supposed to do with this information? So do that into a Kalane. And then we could tap this and a Kalane next turn to make this a 4/4 and attack with... Do we? Or do we just play Chariot? I think we wait and we just try to resolve a Chariot. I think that's the plan. We try to Chariot, maybe Chariot and something. I don't know. We'll see. But this could leave us extra mana too. So let's say they do... oh, okay. I was going to say Meat Hook Massacre or something for like 2. But it turns out, nope. That was not their thing to set up. They'd rather kill stuff now. I don't hate that. Alright, so we're going to go with... Actually, do we want to go with Kalane? That doesn't do anything. So we want to go ahead and do this. We just have to hope to draw a land for future turns. Mostly so we can try to resolve multiple things and still be able to use a Chariot. Though we may also just be setting up a Chariot to die here. Who the hell knows? We might also just have to play Florian as bait. There's a good chance Florian would draw some damage, leaving Chariot alone. Not the best thing. Oh, weird. Sanitary. That's not what I... Oh, they must be playing the Skeletal Swarming is their plan here. Got it. Alright, so... We'll play this. Likely going to just be looking for a land if we connect, honestly. I don't even think I'm going to activate Chariot here. Like, if you're going to kill something, you just kill the Florian here. Yep. That's what I assumed. Sometimes you just know. Target opponent discards 2 cards, and you create a black zombie token. Do we just discard? Yeah, we just discard these 2, because if we draw a land, we can just play the dragon. Alright, let's do it, deck. Bad call. Bad call. Alright, well, don't really have a choice. No point attacking with the Sentinel there. Alright, is this Skeletal Swarming turn? If so, we could have a big attack incoming. Binding. Yep, makes sense. Alright. Come on, deck. There you go. There you go. Play this. Tap this. Put in there for 8. And that leaves the opponent at 4, and we will have enough treasure to play Goldspan Dragon. Even if they sweep the board or something goes heinously sour here. Though, if it's Meat Hook, I was going to say, they would gain enough life that we would not be able to kill them. So that could have been relevant. Poison the cup, we get the treasure, and another dragon's still going to be lethal. Plus all our dudes on the ground. So, yeah, because they can't block anyway. Yep. We go first, but we don't have any green mana. Best we'd be able to do is that on 3 and that on 4. We're going to mulligan. This is significantly better, so we'll keep this. Get rid of 1 Sentinel, though the idea of playing the second Sentinel is nice over the Kalane on turn 2. But yeah, this will have to do. Hi, Twitch. Oh, this is going to be a tough fight. We're going to have to hope this Simmerstorm Predator gets to do some things. Alright, Shambling Ghast it is. We'll make a treasure. If we draw a land, it's Goldspan Dragon. We did not draw a land, so it is not Goldspan Dragon. Alright, if it comes down to it, we will sack a Magda, even though we don't really want to. But it would be necessary, sadly. Yeah, no blocks. Like, I'm willing to take that exchange. They had another eye twitch. Ah, well. Nothing you can do when they just have it. Alright, what's the play here? We just go ahead and play a Goldspan Dragon? I mean, it eats up a lot of treasure, but we get to make treasure, most likely. So, sure. Alright. Now we do have kind of an odd thing we can do next turn. We could actually play the Kalane, then play the Goldspan Dragon. To let it attack for 5, 6. But I don't think that we do. I think we're better served holding out in case they have some type of sweeper of some sort. Oh, well, that changes things. Now we have action after the fact. Alright, they're going to gain life from this because it's flying in lifelink, so that's all. But, man, we're doing a lot with just 2 lands here. So, do we want to get more treasure and wait? Do we want to play Chariot after the fact? Do we even want to kill Sorin? I think here we do play this because I'm trying to think of like what they could do to get. They're not going to get to 6 mana, so we know that's not a thing. I think we just go after the opponent here. Because, like, yeah, I think that's the play. I mean, they can exile our Irmastern Predator. That would be a thing. Trying to think, okay, if they meat hook for 2, I guess they can meat hook for 3. Gain 1, 2, 3. Kill a Goldspan Dragon. But then they would take 5, 6. Yeah, I guess we just go ahead and try, right? And just say, you know, smoke them if you got them. All right. Okay, we're keeping this one. See if we can do some good stuff with it. I think we're just going to go Innkeeper and see if we can stick a Goldspan and just play the Ranger class after that on turn 3. And we'll just pass. Hopefully they don't have Portable Hole, because that would make us a little bit sad. Big money, no whammies, no Portable Holes. That's what we want to see. That was great. That is not going to do a lot for us. All right. I'm getting after it. I'm going to attack. And then playing this also generates another life. Even if they have, yeah, I was going to say Brutal Cathar, that's fine. Oh, that's nice. So we can just rescue our dragon. That seems good. Alright, as much as I would like to play this as an actual land, for 2, just the full 2. Auto pay. Tap this. And then we're attacking. Yep, we're alright with that trade. I'll take it. In the turn. Legion Angel, sure. And we'll get in there. Alright. So what's the play here? We have 2, 4, 5, 6 mana. Technically more, because we could play the Innkeeper. I wonder if we're supposed to just level Ranger class and then play a Sentinel. Or actually, we could just play Innkeeper. Let's do that. Let's level Ranger class. Ooh, that is not what we wanted to see on top. End the turn. Alright, so sadly we're going to end up having to trade. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, well, let's find another Goldspan Dragon. That would be fine. Let's just find another Goldspan here. Now, if a Goldspan Dragon dies, we'll at least be able to do something cool and get it back with Olivia. That'd be a thing. But let's see. Now, an interesting thing we want to do here is I actually want to attack, if we don't find anything to cast, I want to attack with the Jaspera Sentinel, because we can get that leveled up big enough to be able to... actually, no. They didn't attack with their angel. Alright, so best thing here is do this. Get the life. Play this. And then end the turn. Yep, another angel. No surprise. Alright, now we kind of just want to draw our Infernal Grasp. Oh, jeez. Really? Really? Oh, that's super unfortunate. All right, we're at a lot of life. So you know what we're going to do here? We're just going to level or attack with this. We can make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So we can make it a 5. They'd have to double block. Actually, we can make it a 6 if we use a treasure, which makes it 7, which puts it in safe range. So let's do that. 5, 6, 7. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, for 6. Sorry. And then the counter makes it 7. Yeah. So the next time we attack, it'll be an 8 at a minimum. And still nothing in our yard. Super sad. Alright. You'll get to flip back a brute and all that good stuff. Yep, we take 9. I mean, might as well remove a sentinel. I mean, I guess if you're worried about the life gain, but removing a sentinel is probably better. Ugh. Wish we had anything in our yard here. Yep. Ugh. Alright, well at least we found a Golgari Dragon. That helps do something here. Question is that something enough? Could be a creature behind it. Also. Oh, please. You know what we want this to be? Oh, we're going to be a mana short. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yep. Dang it. Yeah. This ain't bad, though. Alright, so we attack. Opponent goes to 2. We cast this. Tap one of these. Alright. And now we have access to Olivia as well. So we might get lucky and work our way out of this. Alright. Opponent obviously has 3 blockers. One being really big and annoying. They're out of angels. Huh. Interesting to know. Let's go ahead and play one of these. There we go. We got home on this one. Oh, no, because I can't play that off the top. Duh. Okay, so... plan is here. We turn this into 6. This actually, we don't have to turn it 6. We leave it 6. Let this become a 5. Or do we just let Olivia become a 4/5? And that's good enough. Yeah, because Predator's going to become a 4/4 and we could just sack something, so that's fine. Get rid of this, I guess. Yep. All right. So here's the good news. Oh, I forgot to sack. Oh, I totally forgot. That's so stupid. I literally just forgot to do that. I just threw the game away. Well, I guess not really. We get to free up all of our cards because we know it's on top anyway. I guess we don't lose regardless. I had a idiot-proof turn, as it turns out. We'll rescue these. Yep. Alright, so that actually did what we wanted it to do. No surprises. It played kind of like what you expect the deck to play like. Oddly, the card that probably showed up and was the least benefit, I guess there was two. Kalane underperformed a little bit, but Olivia for sure did. So we're going to cut Olivia for sure. Probably even cut back one Kalane and probably find room for one Valky and either another removal card, possibly, or play another Helana and Elena. Because we want a little more of that haste action going on. Some things to help us out, maximize our damage against the control decks. That's sort of what we were missing. Just one or two more haste creatures. You know, maybe even an oddity or something like that. You know, a good mana sink as well could be excellent. Because we did have several games where we did hit a bunch of mana without a lot to do with it. So want to kind of shore that up a little bit. So there'll be a couple of tweaks to the final list. But otherwise, we're going to leave this mostly as is because it actually played pretty damn well. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about one Olivia Voldaren. And this card is absolutely excellent. I actually love this card. I liked it when it was back printed the first time. The best thing about it and the type of deck we played today is it would be an awesome mana sink to be able to just pick off opponents' creatures while growing yours. Even if you never stole a creature with it, it would be cool. But yeah, it's just a neat card. Sadly, I don't think we'll see it reprinted anytime soon, unless maybe it shows up in a commander deck or some such. It's not really the type of card that fits into a lot of environments. It's kind of just like a weird, uniquely flavored one. So if you want to pick one up, it's probably not going to be much cheaper than it is right now, around like 14, 15 bucks. So, you know, there you go. Just a neat card if you hadn't seen it before. Now don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be in the description below, right along with links for our Facebook gaming streams, our Twitch streams, and our Discord. So if you want to come by, say hi, ask questions live, talk about today's deck if you want to. And then, like I mentioned in the beginning, don't forget to check out those memberships so you can participate in everything going on here on the channel, including possibly having your decks actually featured here. And even if you don't join the memberships, please consider subscribing, then hitting the like button because that helps a lot, and share the video because that really helps. Word of mouth is one of the best things you can do to help your favorite creators. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.